Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Harakakwadash. I'm going to like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Nor is in the gospel brought lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever they may be. This is a quick lesson through the spirit. It says Michigan hate speech bill will make using wrong pronouns a felony with 10K fine prison time. Meaning if, like, I don't know, well, I'm sure brothers are up on it, but like at my job, when we are going through the emails and stuff like that, you have a right to identify with particular pronouns, him, her, his, they, them, she, it, whatever, right? And you see a lot of people with what they identify as a she, as a he, it, maybe, him, hers. Just a bunch of confusion. When the Most High created two genders, it says male, he created them. Female, he created she, them, roughly paraphrasing, and we can actually get that. But basically, man, they're getting ready to crack down, and it's gearing up to the famine of the word. Because what I found out over there in France as well is that all those riots and so forth, they're talking about shutting down the internet if they hadn't done it already. And what's coming out is that in my personal opinion, I believe that whole shooting of that 18-year-old Muslim boy, 17-year-old Muslim boy, I think that was a cover story that they're using to front that. Because for one thing, I mean, you have brutality against people of color everywhere. France as well, but you know, they don't, it's not half as bad as it is here in Babylon. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, he was a degenerate anyway. He had an extensive criminal record. But what I'm finding out is the fact that since everything is going cashless, a lot of people, they're not able to get their money out the banks. Okay. And it makes sense as to why they will have a media blackout on that coverage and why people are burning banks down. Because I'm thinking like, wait a minute, why? Because I've seen videos of them, like, I don't know if it was like a bank or some type of commerce district, but it looked like some type of government building. Like they burnt the motherfucker down to the ground. I'm thinking like, okay, if a boy gets shot, then, you know, that don't really admit them to go and burn down government facilities. Though it does happen, you know, in the case of like, what's this guy's name? That nigga that got killed 3 years ago by Esau, George Floyd. The nigga face looked like it stank. That guy, man. I mean, yeah, they went to batshit crazy on the infrastructure, which that was all led by agent provocateurs, but no banks or anything like that were being burnt. But over there in France, allegedly banks are being burnt to the ground. Okay, and it makes sense as to why they're trying to censor the internet, because, you know, information is coming out on TikTok, so they have to censor everything. And it's the same thing with this here. So it says felony time with 10K in fine and prison time. So basically, if a guy identifies with being a she and I say, hey, my dude, or him right there, or that guy right there, and if he get offended by it, he can get me arrested and I'll get a felony. I get locked up. I'll get sent to jail. You see what I'm saying? That show you how fucking unrighteous this place is, man. But like Elder Apostle Ramla was, you know, specifying it, he says, see, what happened was that the laws of the Most High are not being executed in this setup. And this is the reason why they speak out against child, quote unquote, abuse, is because they want the society to lead into rebellion against the Most High. And it's really all the plan of the Heavenly Father, because you got to understand, if the law, statutes, and commandments were being pushed here, then there wouldn't be no need for the Lord to destroy this place. I mean, there wouldn't be no need for the Lord to take this place out. You see what I'm saying? So the Most High has it set up to the point that it's just going to be a total rebellion against him and his name and against the doctrine. So he can be totally justified on wiping this place out. So you got to understand the Most High is allowing this shit to happen, you know, so he can do what he got to do. Because if the laws were being pushed, then that would just delay the destruction, because people will actually get in line. And the Lord don't want that. He wants to destroy this place. He don't want any more heathen rulership after this. It's like, look, this is it. I'm going to destroy it. My time to rule. All right. So anyway, it says a new hate speech bill passed by Michigan House of Representatives 4474 will criminalize causing someone to feel threatened by words, including misuse somebody's desired pronouns. Wow. Wow. Okay. You see what they're doing, right? This is more like a social thing, like they're getting ready to do with the social credit score. Like they showed you in Demolition Man, how if you said any type of obscenity, then you would get fined for it. So basically, you can't say shit. You can't speak your mind. You can't speak truth and facts. And you just got to sit here and you got to tuck your balls between your legs and walk with your head down, or you get locked up. Basically, they're trying to ban masculinity. They're trying to basically ban us from speaking against this place. It says, including misusing someone's desired pronouns. That's fucking wicked. We'll criminalize causing somebody to feel threatened by words. So if I said, man, fuck you, man, or if I say, look, man, you keep playing, I'm going to fuck you up, right? If he feels threatened by that, no matter how much he's provoking, then these guys, you know, they'll lock you up, man. Okay, it says under 4474, hate crime penalties will apply for causing someone to, if convicted, offenders could face up to 5 years in prison for such a felony or fine up to $10,000. Like, you go to jail for that shit, right? And then motherfuckers act like, what you in for? You be like, oh, because I called somebody a bitch ass nigga. He was offended, and he was offended in how I was talking to him when he felt threatened. Totally unrighteous decrees, man. And this is an actual bill that they're getting ready to pass. It says, according to the bill, intimidate is defined as the willful course of conduct involving repeat or continuing harassment of another individual that will cause for a reasonable individual to feel terrorized, frightened, or threatened, and actually causes victims to feel terrorized, frightened, and threatened. The bill also considers sexual orientation, gender's identity expression as protected class. Wow. And it breaks it down here. Actual perceived characteristics of another individual, reference under subsection, including all of the following. See, they don't go religion, race or color, religion, sex, sexual orientation, gender identity expression. Wow. But Esau violates A and he violates H all the time, man. You see what I'm saying? He violates that all the time, but it's not highlighted in his bill, though it is expressed under it. It says gender identity or expression means having or being perceived as having a you-know-what related self-identity or expression, whether or not associated with the individual's assignment, sex, at birth. So basically, if you say you want to identify as a fucking monkey, and I say, well, you're not a monkey, you're a person, they lock you up. It says, critics say it's absurd, but the state of Michigan is now explicitly allowing the gender delusion issue to be used as a protected class. So this opens up the numerous issues when it comes to the courts and the continued weaponization of a system against conservatives, said State Republican Angela Rodriguez, adding, we saw similar concerns when they wanted to pass blocks on conversion therapy. It seems Dems want to be in the business of telling people how to think. Okay, it says the bill passed 59 through 50 vote in the Democrat-controlled House, now moves to the state Senate for consideration. It says if passed, it will move to the desk of Governor Gretchen Whitmer, who is expected to sign it. So there you go, man. So this place is getting ready to go down, man. And everything is an offense. The way we speak, the way we hold ourselves, conduct ourselves, it's all offense to these people because, for one thing, they're not living according to the scriptures. Okay, Esau Edom is clearly the devil that the Bible talks about. And we're seeing it play out more and more every day. And this is part of his wrath that he's coming down with great wrath. Isaiah 21, and I'm going to start at Isaiah 29, and I'm going to start at verses 20. It says, for the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off, okay? In due time, the Lord is going to stop all this madness, man. Because no matter how much you want to protect the undesirables or protect the demons of the society, Yahweh Hashem, you can't protect them from Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Because the minute you silence us, the Lord is going to act anyway. So regardless on you trying to shut us down, the Lord is going to still judge the people that you're considering protecting. And you're not doing nothing but establishing a more approved judgment on you, man. Okay? You're doing nothing but sealing your fate with this shit. If you people fear the Most High and know what he can do to you, you'll redact on it and say, you know what? If we want to live a prosperous life, let's keep the commandments. But you people are all set rebellion against the Most High. And it says that make a man an offender for a word and lay a snare for him that reproveth and negate and turn aside a just thing for a thing of no. Right. they making us offenders for a word. Okay, they make us offenders for the word. We teaching that men and women being in a perspective order. We're teaching that Esau, Edom is going into slavery. We're teaching that the 2/3 are going to be destroyed. Okay, we're teaching against all this weird behavior that the Biden administration has promoted. And we told you once this guy gets in office, a lot of weirdo shit is going to start happening, man. Okay, and we're looking as that. Okay, to the point that literally this whole NAMBLA shit, they want to make it legal for men to have sex with little boys. You know, it's crazy, man. It says, and turn aside a just thing for a thing of naught. Okay, and what's the thing of naught? They're trying to stop this word, stop the truth from going forth. But hey, the scriptures say they can't do nothing against the truth before the truth. So regardless, the word is already having its effect. And this is why they are moving forward to pass these wicked bills. All right. Let's go here to the book of Isaiah, the 10th chapter. First verse, it says, woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees and that right grievousness which they prescribe. This is utter ridiculousness, man. Okay, this is not even fucking ethical. Like, how the hell you going to lock somebody up because they had a verbal altercation with somebody? You know what I'm saying? How you going to arrest people? And then the people are so goddamn stupid, they'll see this and they'll fall right to it. Oh, well, you know, we're protected. Oh, well, you know, we can do what we want to do. These people will never be penalized for harassing you or becoming violent with you. But, you know, the minute that you speak out and say something against it, they'll lock you up for it. That's unrighteous, man. That's what it says, which right grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless, man. Okay? This is the whole point. Esau has set up provisions to get us to continue to go off, man. Okay? By writing these laws, draconian laws. It's all wickedness. And it says, and what will ye do in the day of vegetation and in the desolation which should come from afar? It says, to whom will you flee from help, and where will you leave your glory? Okay? So, hey, you so-called white people, man, you got a lot to pay for. Okay? A whole lot to pay for because, hey, for the simple fact, you're trying to stop the word. Okay? And the Most High just got to get rid of you. It's just point blank, period. All right? Another precept, I think it's the book of Psalms 94, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. 94, and I'm going to start at verses 20. It says, should the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by law? Okay. Who's the throne of iniquity? You Edomites. This system, this setup. Okay. This current modern day Babylonian system. Egypt. Okay. It says to have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by law. Right. Because this is being law, but this is mischief, because the scriptures told us to execute judgment, so therefore we could put away evil from among us. And when you can't put away the evil from among, then you have degenerates walking around like this, man. You know? And it's just going to get worse. Okay? Because, hey, Habakkuk 1 and 3, why dost thou show me iniquity and cause me to behold grievance? This is grievous into the spirit. Knowing that we can't do anything about it, but it's beautiful because we know we're at the end. It says, for spoiling violence are before me, and that it says, and there are that rise up strife and contention. And who is that? These people, man. Okay, to the point, these people are having more and more of a voice every single day. They blatantly was chanting, we're coming for your kids. You think the Biden administration made any type of notion about that? No, because, hey, they behind it too. Okay, they believe in sex trafficking and kids and all this other shit. Like, I went to see that movie last night. Deliver Us to Freedom or something like that, with that guy Jim Caviezel, which he played in The Passion of Christ. He actually played our Lord in The Passion of Christ, though he's the Edomite version, which I think he may be a Jake in real life because he's Sicilian. But regardless of it, man, that's a good movie, and they show you how, you know, these trafficking rings are pretty much up and running, and a lot of them are really being led by government. They have cells, operating cells of people grabbing up kids, and believe it or not, I believe they're all coming from, I believe they're government hired. Okay, they pay these people, these traffickers, to grab up these little kids, and then they ship them off to these elites to torture them, to kill them, to extract the you know, the adrenaline from them. I'll say it that way. And that movie it's a good movie, man. But it's a lot of jewels, and if you pay attention to it, it's a lot of witchcraft in that movie, man. Just the guy who they had to play, the guy that actually went around and saved those kids. If you actually look at the guy and you know what we know about how Jake loves Esau and how they pushed the white image of Christ, he was basically like a white image of the Lord coming to save the kid. It's crazy, man. And then it showed you too that he's gonna cause a lot of you to take that charagma, believing in that. But regardless, it's a good movie. I recommend it. But nonetheless, it was about them grabbing up kids. So that's these people. It says, therefore the law is slack and judgment doth never go forth. It says the wicked doth compass about the righteous, therefore wrong judgment proceed, man. Okay, this is the reason why you have bills like this being promoted. But behold ye among the heathen in regard and wonder marvelously. For I will work a work in your days which you would not believe, though it be told to you, and the Lord is working that work. He's raising up the children of Israel. Okay, he's soon to put this man down, to destroy him and put him in subjection, to be eviscerated after his punishment, man, which is a very fitting end to this devil. So with that, I'm going to end it, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And with that, shalom and above all. Shalom.